Welcome to the Grown Ass Dads podcast. Boop boop a doopy doopy boo.
Beautiful sounds.
Yeah, you know what that means.
I know what it means.
You are watching and listening to the Grown Ass Dads podcast.
There's a microphone there, Bones.
I'm watching it.
I love you anyway.
I'm Adam Bundren. Jay calls me Bones.
Jay Hilsing.
Jason Byrne.
Same three. Just the same three guys.
Same three guys every week, but you know we like to change it up every now and again.
Yeah. We're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna get real serious this episode,
Oh boy.
and
Hope
we're gonna
you're
talk
sitting
about.
down.
Oh, yes, please sit down, grab a beverage, maybe some tissues, because we're gonna talk about the realm of our backyards and how we run those backyards.
Well-oiled machines.
So everything from the grill section to the lawn section to the fire pit section. And if any of us have a driving net and range and mat in our backyard.
There's no pools in this area, but I think a pool would count in this scenario.
If you have a pool, I have a pool.
Outdoor. You have a pool? Is
mean-
it a bovey?
It's a there's
You
a
got an abovey?
there's a vessel of water that seasonally shows up in my
All right. All right.
seasonally shows up in my yard.
Was it purchased at Tractor Supply?
It was purchased at Big Lots. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, yes.
R.I.P. Big Lots.
But I will say, it beats the living hell out of my pool and probably your pool.
That's right.
I can't imagine that it does because I don't have a pool, but I also don't have to clean a pool or tub or a bovey or whatever that is.
Do you have to take it down and put it up every year?
Absolutely not.
Well, then I guess yours is better.
That's right. That's the facts. That is the facts.
All right.
And I feel like you were making fun of me for having a driving range in my backyard.
Well, I want one,
Okay.
and instead I have a Big Lots pool.
Okay.
So I am. You're right. I was making fun of you. How dare you have a driving range when I have a Big Lots pool in my yard?
Maybe like the next summer we can swap. Like I'll give
Yes.
you all the gear that I have for my driving range.
And I will give you-
me the pool, the vessel of water, if you will.
Yes.
And we'll see which is better.
Yes, sir.
Can we not be as aggressive with driving range? You have a
A driving area?
you have a mat that hits into a net.
Unless you flush one, then it hits a wooden pole, and you got to watch out because it
Yeah.
could come back
Listen,
aggressively.
I've taken measures because I own my backyard and I
Yeah.
want to ensure
Sorry,
the
sorry.
safety
Yes,
of my
sir.
guests. We do have a net, and we did put a wooden pole in a really terrible place, dead center of the net. But as long as you put enough tension on the net, the ball can't
They'll be
get
fine.
there.
Right.
I'm more worried about a rogue wedge making it up over the top of the.
Why did you put a wooden pole directly behind
Well,
the net? You're
you
getting
know,
drivers
Jay,
into.
I put an arm that comes off of the pole
Okay.
that was intended to keep the net far enough off.
Okay.
Well, as you're striking the net, a
Sometimes-
handful of times that net can kind of make its way a little bit closer to that
Sometimes
pole.
when ball speed and club speed meet,
Yeah, I'm yeah.
Showing off that new ink.
I don't know
Oh,
that that's
hey.
the case. So
No, let's break it down into a few spots.
Okay.
let's start with the grill section.
Okay.
I have one.
You have a grill? That's a lie. You have grills.
That's fair.
So let's just start. Who here has a smoker of some kind? Okay.
Bingo.
All of us? Okay.
Yes.
Old school Weber?
Got
I do
one.
not.
No?
No.
What's your charcoal setup?
0.
Zero charcoal.
Get
center.
out of town.
No. I have 0 charcoal in my backyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna. you just pipe down over there. The grown-ups will
No
take care of
charcoal setup?
I have no charcoal set up. Actually, at one point in time, I did have a gas grill. I don't even have a gas grill anymore.
So is it just Blackstone smoker?
Blackstone and smoker.
Okay. You?
I got all of it because you never know what you're gonna need. You never know what you're gonna need. So I have a wood pellet smoker.
Of course.
I have an old school Weber.
Okay.
I have your standard gas grill. I have a Blackstone. and I have some accessories for each of them, depending on what needs to be done. And I have them all lined up in a row that I can maneuver them.
Pretty little maids all in a row.
That's very much the case.
All right, let's hold off on the accessories because that's going to be an important piece of this conversation.
Sure. Okay.
There's one. So to our viewers, I'm guessing that a vast majority of you are in the St. Louis or at least the Midwest area. You're probably from all over the country and probably the world. Let's be honest.
For sure, the world.
We are for sure. I've seen multiple from Germany. So
okay.
we're
definitely worldwide. Global. I have a very important question about two things. First, how are you cooking a pork steak? That's my first question.
Oof.
And I'm going to go last because mine's the right way.
Okay. I mean, should we actually probably define for the audience what a pork steak is?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so those of you who are in the St. Louis area, you probably already know this, but we are very fond of our pork steaks here in the St. Louis and Midwest region, and really all it is a steak sliced pork butt.
Yep.
I think is the
pork butt
easiest
sliced
way to put
into anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to an inch,
and it's delicious.
Yeah.
You probably slice them thinner than that.
No, it depends on where you're getting it from and what's going on. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to let Jason go, and then I'm going to go, and then you're going to go, and at the end of those 3 items, I'm willing to bet you $1 gentleman's bet that you tell me my way was the right way.
Okay, let's go, Jay. Right. How do you cook a pork steak?
You just said that he is going to say that your way is the right way, even though he kicked this segment off by saying, I'll go last because my way is the right way.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
Easiest dollar I've ever made.
Okay.
I don't know how this is going to work out, but okay.
Unless his is also my way.
All right. So, which I guess that'll be kind of an interesting dynamic, right? So I have 2 ways. I will do them hot and fast on the Blackstone, depending upon what the time requirements are, so on and so forth. I season everything the same way, whether I'm smoking it or I'm cooking it hot and fast.
Rub it, a pork steak, or salt and pepper?
I do a rub.
Okay.
I definitely do a rub.
Okay.
I don't do any kind of marinade or anything like that if I'm doing it hot and fast. I will soak a pork steak in like cherry Coke or diet cherry Coke. Or cherry Dr. Pepper, actually. I will actually soak it in there for an hour or 2 before I smoke it, and then it smokes for, God knows, about 4 or 5 hours, whatever, sometimes 6 hours, depending on what temperature I'm running it at. I like the hot and fast approach because I'm just not very patient. However, I will say for overall quality and enjoyment of said pork steak, smoking the pork steak is by far the way to go. I just don't always have the time to do it. But I am using a rub every time, whether I'm soaking it first or not.
Respect.
There's my boring answer, since you guys are obviously the ones who know the right way to do it.
No, I would eat both of your pork steaks.
Well, thank you.
Let's listen to this guy.
I wouldn't throw it on the ground.
Thanks, Jay.
I would never disrespect your backyard if you're going to invite me over for dinner. And I'll eat whatever you cook me. The correct way to do this item is a thick cut pork steak.
Okay.
Ideally, I'm partial to the Kenrick's Meat Market. I feel like they have a terrific meat selection. I'm never disappointed. You get your thick cut pork steak. You let it sit out for an hour or 2. It has to take the chill off of it.
Room temperature for sure. I agree.
I rub it with basically a standard yellow mustard. I then take black pepper, brown sugar, and a roast rub that is called Hogs and Heat. Cover it. It goes into the smoker for 1 hour. Depending, I may leave it for an hour and a half, depending on how much time I have and how in a rush I am. After it comes off of the smoker, it then gets a little douse of butter, It gets hit with just a touch of brown sugar and black pepper, and then it gets seared on the gas grill for about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side to create a little bit of a crust on it. Comes off, sits for 30 minutes under a tent, and then gets chopped up into the most delicious thing you put in your mouth.
Okay.
So I'm not going to fault the methodology because I agree with the methodology. I like the smoke followed by the reverse sear. I'm not a hogs and heat fan, so perhaps the actual rub used should not be part of the criteria because
we can call it your favorite rub.
There you go. Because the hogs and heat to me just has too much of a chili flavor to it. But anyway,
sure,
Mr. Bundren.
Well, that sounds disgusting.
I want to throw up in my mouth.
That sounds good.
You can put $1 in my
It's
hand
not the
right
best.
now.
It's not the right way though.
It's okay. You can say you're wrong. You can
It's
give me
not the
$1.
right way.
Okay.
There's only one way to cook a pork steak.
If you say S&P is what it's for me, I'm going to have to punch you in the head.
I'm not sure what that means.
Okay. There's a bunch of old school gorilla
Salt and
boomers
pepper
that
only.
will say
No,
the
no,
only
no,
thing
no,
to
no,
season
Let's-
anything
whoa,
with is salt and
Let's
pepper.
not get crazy.
Okay.
The only rub to use on a pork steak is Dano's.
Never heard of it.
Not surprised.
You are
Not surprised.
a Hoosier.
Little dad hack secret.
Little Dano's rub on there, a little sweet and smoky rub on the on the pork steak. I throw it on an open charcoal flame, preferably really hot, but a low flame. So the flame is low. It's not built up, but it's hot.
So you're looking for a little chemical flavor to start us off.
Charcoal.
I'm familiar.
How is the charcoal lit? Like, how did you start it?
A chimenea.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think I'm going to use? Boy Scout juice? Get out of here.
I am helping
Get out
you.
Of town.
I am helping you fight the argument coming from this one
No,
over here.
he doesn't even understand.
No lighter fluid necessary.
Look,
Got
he's
it.
putting it on gas, and he doesn't know.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
You're putting it on an open charcoal flame that was lit by last week's South County Digest.
Certainly. Right. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
2.5 minutes per side until it gets a nice, let's call it a golden red crisp to it.
Okay.
They're getting stacked in a silver pan
Yep.
with Blue Hog's Championship sauce on top of it.
That would be Blues Hog.
Sorry, Blues Hog
Hey,
Championship
while,
sauce.
while we're all being chippy here, I'm going to chime in at every chance
In
I
a
get.
pan.
You've already lost.
Stop.
You've already lost.
Put the oven on 200. Stick it in there for as long as it takes your guest to show up. You do your beans, you do your slaw, you do all the other shit while that shit just sits in there and just boils. And then when your friends come over and you take it out of the oven and they try to get your little tongs and they can't. They need 3 tongs because they're falling apart. They're falling off the bone and it melts in their mouth. And like, who made this pork steak? Jesus? No, it was me, Adam Bundren.
Oof.
Sorry, Jesus. That was a joke.
That's
That's the only way to cook a pork steak.
So I guess the lesson that people that are non-St. Louis can take away from this right now, though, is holy shit, are we passionate about our pork steak?
I can't even begin to
What, you want malls?
describe my
Ooh,
level
shots fired.
of hatred for your
PC
situation.
masterpiece.
What I mean,
I bet if you had my pork steak, you would go, "What? I've been putting on the gas grill." No. Dano's open flame oven.
I'm not even
Blues
going.
hog.
I'm not even going to give you any problems for any of the way that you started the situation. If you have to pour a gallon jug of barbecue sauce on
Who's
something,
doing a gallon?
and
Just a little bit, baby.
you put it in the oven under foil until
Who said anything about foil?
whenever, as it boils to the consistency of tapioca,
Low and slow, baby. 2 hundo.
hard pass. I'd like to have.
I
I'd
bet-
like to have my meat have a little bite to it. I like to chew it. I don't need to drink it through a straw.
Chew it like this.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. And all the people that are out there listening right now, you are well aware. Please comment right now and let Mr. Bundren know that he owes me $1, and it's not even remotely close.
I like this idea. I don't want to cause friction between my wonderful friends and co-hosts here, but I do think that comments on this particular video about have you ever heard of a pork steak? A, B, what do you think about pork steaks? And C, how do you cook
'em?
your pork steak? Because oh man,
Listen.
we could
I've
very well be
been
setting up
taught
another
how to
episode.
cook a pork steak by many people. My homie Bobby, we've talked about Bobby on the show.
have. Be
My
Bobby.
homie Bobby taught me how to cook a pork steak, and I will never cook it a different way. Ever.
Now, I will
because
say
there's
this
only
here.
one way to cook it.
To come in your defense, I disagree. Well, I disagree that there's only one way because I think all of our pork steaks right now I could eat. I don't really.
I
give
would-
a shit
I would
which
eat
one
all
we
of
cook.
them. I would
But
eat-
I
and
will.
enjoy
I will
all of
come to
them.
Adam's defense really quickly,
I'd spit yours on the floor.
and I'll just say that he cooked pork steaks for an entire fishing tournament using his methodology, and I still hear about these pork steaks 5 years later.
Let me set the stage because it's worth setting the stage for.
All right.
I've never gone to this fishing tournament. I'm a new guy, just a guy. Jonathan Moxon's only one man.
Only one man.
So I show up to the fishing tournament without a partner, which is probably relevant. I'm asked to cook. I didn't know I was going to have to cook.
Yeah.
I was asked to cook, and I said, all right, show me the setup. There's a grill the size of Massachusetts outside of this hall, and there's 3 ovens inside. And I was like, what do you have to cook? They're like, pork steaks. I was like, oh, yes, I got you.
You're like, I'll make something up.
I'll handle it.
Yeah.
Do you have a blender? I'd like to blend this up into a nice puree.
Right. So I cook these pork steaks my way. There's, let's call it 80 to 90 fishermen in a room after fishing all day.
Yeah.
Really working themselves. Working hard.
It's hard.
Hold on. There's awards. There's raffles. There's all these things. Someone stands up to say a prayer before dinner. Mind you, everybody's eating already. Before prayer, they said, can we just say something about these pork steaks? Standing ovation. 80 men their backs were hurt, arms. They stood in applause for my pork steaks.
I believe that. I believe it. And I'm telling you that I believe it because those guys are 60 and older and they can't fucking chew food anymore. They were like, God bless it. This is awesome. I don't have to
I
work
can
my
gum
mouth.
these
I don't have to
fucking
work
steaks.
my mouth. And I've been fishing all day. I'm starving. I would eat rocks in a blender right now if you could get it smooth enough I could chew it.
Well, they had it.
So I appreciate it. I'm sure the taste is great because Blues Hog is delicious.
It is delicious.
It's just the barbecue sauce.
You're out of your
It's
fucking
just
head.
the barbecue sauce. You're also probably a guy that has a medium well steak covered in A1
That is
because
insane.
you need the flavor because A1 is delicious.
No, I need it mooing.
All right.
You're out of your fucking
I'm just
head.
saying you can't
All right,
have
we gotta
it
move
both
on.
ways.
We got to move on because you're
All right.
I'm going to make a pork steak right now.
All right, that's fine. We can do it.
Let's talk about the accessories.
The accessories of our grill.
Well,
The accessories of our grills.
I have to.
I only have a couple. I don't have a lot.
All right, go.
So for the smoker, I have an amazing Smokin' Brothers smoker. It's like the fifth member of our family, and I don't. No disrespect to Winnie the dog, she's the sixth member. The Smokin' Brothers smoker is our fifth member. I use this thing religiously, and my wife bought a pizza oven insert.
Yeah.
took
Have you
mine.
seen these?
You took
Yeah.
mine.
Bro. So here's the deal. There's one small issue. The Smokin' Brothers, the body of the smoker is not like the same size as
Width,
the one you bought, yeah.
like the standard whatever. So she bought me what are the bricks that like fire blocks or whatever to stack in there because you have to remove the guard because that flame has to hit the bottom of the pizza stone. So she bought me a couple of those fire blocks and you set the pizza oven on top of it. I mean, it is fucking amazing. Now, here's the problem. I don't know how to do it yet very well. I do it. But my first pizza is always a calzone because it gets all fucked up.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I pull it out and I'm like, hey, everybody want a calzone?
My recommended accessory was going to be the exact same thing.
Dude, so good.
All three of us have Smoker Brothers smokers. Because
there you go.
they are awesome.
They're so great.
But I also, for Christmas last year, my parents got me the pizza oven. And it is a learning curve for sure.
You need a temp gun.
You need a temp
for
gun.
sure.
You need a pizza peel. You need all that.
You
good
need all the stuff. Cornmeal.
It literally is like a 5-minute process though. Once you've got it in there and you're kind of spinning it around a little bit. The biggest issue that I have had is figuring out the right ratio of, because I was actually just using flour. I didn't use cornmeal, so maybe that's one of my problems. But
Dude,
the
it's
flour
cornmeal.
like torched and got black.
Yeah. You
real
got to
quick.
use cornmeal on your peel. You throw it on the peel, and you throw it on your surface a little bit.
Yeah. So
My brother-in-law Ed is a fucking wizard with his. He's got a Pizza Ono thing, which is a propane-based pizza oven.
Sure.
Kind of a cop-out. Sorry, Ed. You got it. I mean,
So good.
come on.
So good.
But they are legit, dude.
Yep.
And how fun is it to have a pizza night? Like,
I agree.
So let me ask you this: do you buy pizza dough or do you make your pizza dough?
We make our pizza dough. My wife found a recipe online. We make the dough by everything's done by scratch.
Yeah.
One thing that I will say is awesome that we haven't done yet. Another shout out to a friend of mine who watches the show BG. We talked about him a couple shows ago. He and his family, they just do theirs in the oven, but he has an actual menu of, I think it's either 10 or 12 different pizzas, all named for members of the family because of the pizzas
that's
that they
cute.
like the most. So normally whenever they're having people over their house and they're having a pizza night, everybody votes and he makes 4 of the 10 pizzas based upon what people want the most. So good.
Let's hear your. I feel like
accessory.
there's some animosity here.
No animosity.
What's your accessories?
I'm just
We got a spatula?
I'm just disappointed with your level of wrongness. I don't have I do not have a pizza oven accessory. I would love that. I'm talking about in this world, like steak weights and bacon weights and stuff for the Blackstone.
Let me ask you about the steak weights. Okay, so I'm super interested in them. However, I've heard that it pushes. The weight pushes juices out when you want to keep it in. Like it pushes out essentially what a sear does, which is locks juices in.
Here's what I can tell you. Have you ever been to the Outback Steakhouse?
I have.
And it's a fine steak.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's probably better than most, to be totally honest.
Every single steak at Outback Steakhouse has a steak weight put on it. What I'm telling you is the key to this situation is we're not talking about like pushing down a smashed burger.
We're not.
No. It's literally, from what I understand, it's to allow for a consistent sear, so that when you turn it, you don't have any hot spots or any cold spots.
So you don't have your edges turning up on you.
Right.
This is correct. My pro tip on this is you take that steak weight and you put it on the Blackstone itself. So you put your oil down that you're going to put down, just a olive oil or whatever you're going to.
I was going to ask you what's your oil of choice.
So I'm an olive oil. I'm an olive oil guy.
Okay.
Love the extra virgin olive oil.
Jay.
Whatever the hell's in my pantry.
Okay. I'm an avocado oil fan.
I'm
Okay.
avocado.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure mine's just vegetable oil.
Okay.
But if you get the oil on the Blackstone hot, smooth it in a thin, not drudge.
Right.
Put the steak weight on that oil and let the steak weight sit on that for a minute before you throw your steak down on there. Steak down, steak weight on top of it with basically that's already at 300 degrees on that surface. And what you're ultimately going to do is you're speeding up your cook time a little bit, but then also it's not just like sticking to the meat, because what happens is if you just put a cold steak weight on there, the binding agent or whatever you have with your seasoning on the steak just ends up sticking to your steak weight. So that's the move there.
We've opened the door to a question.
Oh boy.
And how you answer this question is going to dictate whether or not there's an additional episode after this one.
All right.
Red meat, steak, call it a strip, call it a ribeye, T-bone, porterhouse, whatever you want.
Okay.
What are you putting on that? Prior to it being touched by heat.
So, I have a couple of different ways depending on what my palate is for the evening.
Okay.
But you have to have some sort of a binder, whatever you're going to use. And on occasion, it will be just a light like spray of olive oil.
Okay.
Elmer's glue.
On another evening, it might be like a butter bath.
Okay. So far, there's more episodes to come.
Either of those. Then what it's going to get is some sea salt and and some like actual cracked peppercorns. And then I personally am a huge fan of a product that is called Joe the Butcher's Steak and Roast Rub.
Okay.
And it's got a number of different things in it. And basically we'll basically sprinkle that, rub that down. It will sit again and rest and get to room temperature before it lands on the grill.
Guys, please rest your meat. Get it room temperature. For the love of Peter. Don't pull it out of a freezer and stick it on a Blackstone. Don't pull it out of the fridge and stick it on a fire. Let that shit rest. Let it get to room temp. Pull it out at noon and grill it at 5, 4, whatever.
You gotta let it rest
Disclaimer.
after. You gotta let it rest after it's over. We don't take it off the grill and slap it on a plate and start cutting it up.
Nope.
That's the other thing.
Gotta let
I don't
it
understand
sit
how people don't
and
do that.
Reabsorb the juice.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that rub is probably heavily garlic based, maybe a little bit of Italian rosemary type situation, something like that.
Sure.
Because you can't put too much bullshit on red meat steak. You can't. I'll put garlic salt or garlic powder mixed with my I use Celtic sea salt. We don't buy iodized salt anymore. You will not find iodized salt in my house.
Me neither.
You will not find pink Himalayan salt in my house. We use Celtic sea salt from the Celtic Sea. And then either cracked black pepper. I'm really starting to fall in love with white pepper.
Okay.
A little bit different taste.
Yeah.
But very pleasant. The one thing I have not done well, I've tried it once, is to baste in rosemary and garlic butter. Mm-hmm. I just can't figure. I don't know if my hands are stupid.
Basting is tough.
It's tough,
Doing it
man.
the right way, yeah.
Because I've tried it, and it's like I feel like I'm just burning one half of the steak.
Yep.
And I don't know how to do it well. And it's just experience. I guess I'm not doing it enough. I'll eat your red meat. I'll spit on your pork steak. But I'll eat your red meat.
I may not have the winning solution for pork steaks, even though you both think that you each do. I will say that my approach to a ribeye is a proven methodology.
Is that your cut of choice?
Ribeye for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
A bone-in ribeye preferably.
Okay.
Thick cut. I had a lot of great opportunities to hang with the Smoking Brothers crew and go to different cooking competitions and so on and so forth. And one gentleman named Marty Plute won a 13 single steak competitions in 1 year. 13
Holy shit.
steak competitions nationally. And while I'm not going to reveal everything that he does on his steak,
What the fuck?
He wouldn't even tell me all of it. However, 3 things that he does consistently.
Okay.
SPG.
Okay.
So a nice salt, pepper, garlic rub.
Yep.
You can use darn near any of them, but he used one by a company called Meat Whiskey.
Okay.
Okay. They have an awesome SPG. Followed by his rub, he has Marty Plute's Twisted Steel.
Hold on. Is this all pre-heat?
This is all preheat.
Okay.
So you are taking your ribeye out, you're letting it get to room temperature, would season both sides and let it rest. Okay. SPG, light dusting of SPG. Decent amount of the Twisted Steel, and then lastly a light dusting of Johnny Joseph steak rub. So it's layers of flavor. Okay. Bear with me. The dude won 13.
I get it, man. That's too
Cook-Off
much shit.
Association. You don't. I'm not putting an inch of this
Because
rub
if
on
you
here.
cook a bullshit steak, none of that shit matters. Yes or no?
That's a fact, Jack.
I just want it to taste good. I don't really care how I got there.
Yeah, well,
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is,
overcook it,
if it's overcooked, you could put all the Johnny's space dust you want.
Johnny Space Dust. I want to. We need our own grown ass dad space dust.
I mean, here's the deal. Clearly, the guy knows what the fuck he's doing because he's won a bunch of stuff. But when you have
how does he cook it?
I hate that I'm going to do this.
How does he cook it? We see what he put on there. What does he do then?
That's the part that I'm not super familiar with. However, I do know that he uses quite often. He was using a PK grill, so that's a charcoal. However, he did start using a Smokin' Brothers Inferno grill, which is a modified version of their pellet smoker that heats up to super high temp real quick. And he actually helped contribute to the development and the design of that particular grill. So there also was some times that I saw him using some beef bouillon
Okay.
during the cooking process. He also
to baste with?
he would literally take a mop and sprinkle it on the ribeye as it cooked, and use steak weights.
Use steak weights.
He did. Funny thing is, a lot of those competition guys, I never realized this was even a thing, but they are obviously cooking them on grates, and they're getting their lines perfect with the crosshatch look and everything. They have pens. They have edible dark black pens that they will use to fill in spots of the char marks that didn't look right.
What is it? Is it just like a charcoal ink?
I have no idea what it is.
I
All
don't
I know
like
is,
it.
boy, it comes out looking
Lazy
real awesome.
motherfuckers. All right, so we've dabbled in pork, we've dabbled in beef. Let's talk chicken. I'm gonna give, and it doesn't have to be any specific type of chicken. I'm gonna give the easy, fan-friendly chicken recipe.
Okay.
Because in our house, trashed wings are everything.
Okay.
And I'm going to be real lazy about it. We're going to go air fryer. Okay?
All right.
Because I'll smoke a wing all day long.
Sure.
But when we're getting ready to go to a party or we're getting ready to have people over to watch your New York Jets,
Why?
it's okay. Just let it happen.
Nobody wants to watch the Jets.
I want to watch the Jets every day,
Why?
all day.
They just lose all the time.
No, they don't. They win my heart every day.
All right. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. So we'll put 2 pounds of party wings, flats and drummies, although drummies are trash. Everybody should want flats. We'll put 2 pounds in the air fryer for 16 minutes and let them run. Let them run. Light seasoning, like a light dusting. I use I can't remember. I think I use Danos for that too. I'm a big fan of Danos. They have a poultry seasoning that's fantastic.
Okay.
It's like a I think it's like a garlic and rosemary situation. Pull them out, toss them in the sauce of your choice. For me, it's a mixture. I'll do two different kinds. I'll do a Carolina, or I'll do like a traditional buffalo, like a hot mustard, like almost like a Cyberg style, but from scratch. I'm not pouring out of a bottle. I mean, let's be real. Throw them back in there for 8 minutes. After you toss them, let them crisp up real good. Pull them out and eat them, and they're fantastic. It's the easiest thing in the world to do for a party.
All right.
You would eat my wings.
I would eat your wings.
Would you eat my pork steak?
No.
You
I'd
motherfucker.
spit it on the floor. Not even on your hardwood. I'd spit in your carpet.
Thank you.
So So what I can give you in this world that I think you would really enjoy, it's super, super easy. And you can do it, you can smoke this, you can do it on the charcoal, you can do it on whatever you want. One of the things that you're going to figure out, let's just say you're doing chicken breast.
Okay.
You're doing chicken breast for the family. And
standard, easy chicken breast meal.
Here is the move that people don't realize. Do you have a meat hammer? And I'm not talking about your right hand.
Maybe.
I do, and I agree with you.
If you're going to get some chicken breast, you're going to get some chicken breast. You're going to trim any of the excess fat that's off of them. You're going to put them on a cutting board. You're going to cover that with saran wrap, and you're going to get your meat hammer, and you're going to basically beat the chicken breast into equal thickness.
Okay.
What the other thing that is happening is going to help your chicken breast all cook evenly, but it's also breaking down the tenders and breaking down the meat and makes it significantly more tender. So, a few pounds on each chicken breast. Take those chicken breasts, roll them in olive oil, sprinkle them with Italian breadcrumbs.
Okay.
You get there's a blue can, sprinkle them with Italian breadcrumbs.
Is it Progresso?
It might be Progresso.
Because we buy the same shit, and you can't use anything else.
It's fucking amazing. You throw them on, whether it's a gas grill, you put them on the smoker, you put them on charcoal. You're gonna be about 6 to 7 minutes per side, because it's typically gonna take you around 12 to 14 minutes to cook a chicken breast through. Take that chicken breast off. Again, put it on a plate, tin it, cover it, let it sit for about 10 minutes. Chop it up, serve it. Easy, best chicken that your family's
That sounds
put in
like
their
some
mouth.
good chicken.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
I'm a thigh guy.
We do it with everything.
Yeah, I love. So we buy like the party packs, right? Of thighs. Although I've kind of fallen into buying a spatchcock chicken.
Sure.
Lately, and just smoking the shit out of it, and just oh god, it's so good. What's your chicken? What's your go-to chicken?
So we've done a couple different things. Anytime that we've got, it's almost always thigh. We've always got breasts around the house, so I've got that as an option if necessary. But for the sake of the different, I prefer a thigh. So a couple different things. I have also used a tenderizing hammer on thighs a little bit to kind of flatten them out a little bit. We've actually filled them with cheese and rolled them back up and cooked them that way. We tend to use panko as opposed to breadcrumbs. Same concept, but we use panko, which is a great way to do it. But also, we've done it where we've taken those thighs, we've rolled them out, we've pounded them down a little bit, and then we're cutting them into smaller bites. Okay, so actually chopping the thighs up, putting them onto the Blackstone grill, combined with some frozen potato hash browns, some already slightly cooked bacon, and mixing it all up together in almost kind of like a skillet. And then once it's kind of gotten to the point where it's all cooked through, we just smother it in cheese, go inside, eat it, and then have a heart attack.
All right. Two more quick things, and then we're gonna wrap up.
Yep.
This is a very simple question, and it's whether or not we're gonna be friends after this.
This is like the third time we've had friendship.
And so far we've made it.
Okay.
But this is a big one.
$1. Don't welch, because you know you're wrong.
I'm gonna make those fucking pork sticks for you.
Fucking tapioca pork sticks.
Okay. I'm not even gonna ask the second half of the question. Does anyone put their bacon in the oven?
Not since I got my Blackstone.
I do not either.
Okay, that's all. Thank you. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. It's insane.
Before I had my Blackstone, I did.
Why?
On foil, because
Put it in a fucking skillet. You heathen.
It's easy as fuck.
No, it's not. It's flimsy and bullshit and full of. It's terrible.
No, you're 100%.
Fry your bacon like a man.
No, you're 100% wrong.
Like the Neanderthals.
What's your second question?
Okay.
You're wrong again.
Thank you.
Over 2.
Thank you. All right. Second question is, or last question is, what is something that you've been cooking a lot of recently that you really are enjoying? And it can be a party thing. It can be we're having friends over. It can be a quick dinner thing. I got a great one, and I think everybody should do it. It's so awesome.
Okay.
So I go to Costco. They have them at Sam's, and they have a 7 or 8 pack of really thin cut ribeyes. So they're thicker than breakfast ribeyes, like you would get out like a breakfast steak, but they're not quite ribeye thickness.
Okay.
Salt and pepper. I put them on the smoker for 45 minutes, not a minute more, at like 250. Very, very light. 45 minutes, 250, put them on the smoker. I pull them off. I reverse sear them for less than a minute per side. Probably 45 seconds per side. Bam, bam, pull them off, tint them, rest them, and I make a horseradish cream of sauce. And I make it in like a little ramekin, maybe bigger than a ramekin, like a little bowl. And I slice them into little bite-sized strips, and I butterfly them around a plate like it's tortillas, and I set the cream of sauce in the middle, and we put them on a table, and people walk by and grab a little bite of ribeye, dip it in the cream of sauce, and it's fucking heaven. They are so good. They are so easy. I make them not all the time, but I've made them many times.
Do yourself a favor. Do the exact same thing that you just talked about, and cut them into, we'll call them $50 coin size. Grab pretzel buns, toast the pretzel buns.
Little slider action?
Toast the pretzel bun, cut the pretzel bun in half, butter on both sides, throw it on the Blackstone for a minute, and then take those ribeyes, put them on there, throw your horseradish cream on that, make yourself a little slider out of it, and it is
like a little mini steak, Sandy.
Lights out.
All right, I'll give that a shot.
Here's what we've been doing lately that is really been the boys and everybody's been jonesed about. Have you ever had a Crunch Wrap Supreme?
Of course I have.
All right.
With no tomato.
Okay. So in that same fashion, we do taco night. Boys love tacos. We do taco night, and what we end up doing is I make all the taco stuff that we have, and then we grab giant tortillas and the corn tortilla circle that goes in the middle of it, and the boys get
a tostada.
The
if
boys,
you will.
The boys get to then pick what goes into their Crunch Wrap, and then we sear them on the Blackstone.
Oh.
And you make your own homemade Crunch Wrap, and you can have whatever you want in it. And then you take a pizza slicer and you cut it into triangles like a pizza, and you have your own personal Mexican pizza / Crunch Wrap. And so both of my boys have varying palates, and I have a different one as well. And so, I'm putting everything under the sun, and I've got avocado, and I've got sour cream, and I've got melted cheese, I've got shredded cheese, I've got everything that I could ever want into that, and throw it out there. We sear it, heats it up, chop it into 4 triangles, pick it up with your hand, eat it like a piece of pizza, and it is lights out.
Jay?
Mine's not nearly as diverse as that, but we've been experimenting a lot with different varieties of smash burger.
Ooh, yeah.
So, of course, you can make a smash burger a million different ways.
Okay.
But I will say the other night, I got a little wild and crazy. We had $8 Delmonico ribeyes for sale at the grocery store. So I was like, I can do something with that. So we pre-cooked up some bacon, had a fantastic ground chuck, I believe it was. It was just awesome. We actually so we put the bacon in with that. Then I took the ribeye onto a mandolin slicer, sliced it super duper thin, and then cross went against the grain with a really sharp knife and got it really finely ground. Mashed it in with all the chuck and the the bacon, plus we tossed in a bunch of cheese before we put it on the grill, smashed it all together, and I think I had 4 of them. Just because it was...
Bro.
Dude, I can't tell you
sounds
how
amazing.
proud I am of you and where you've come from. And how your kitchen skills have evolved.
Because it wasn't chicken fingers?
Well, it wasn't chicken fingers, and I know who taught you how to cook, and I know who cooked you some of your first meals, and I'm super proud of you. You did a really nice. You got a really nice thing going from a guy that 5 nights a week ate chicken fingers and fries.
I still really enjoy me some good chicken fingers.
Yeah, I like chicken fingers.
Just throwing that out there.
You do.
Oh, man.
You do.
Okay, so this was fun. We know we've had some heavy episodes in the past, but this was kind of one that we just wanted to do and have a little bit of fun and chat about, kind of owning your domain around the grill. As always, if you're enjoying this, please subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you like to grill, or if you have any recipes that you dig on. This is why we did this. We did this for the heavy shit, for the fun shit, for me just sharing the best pork steak you'll ever have, and all of those things.
I pledge that by the time this episode is edited and ready and out live, we will have a Grown Ass Dads podcast apron available for purchase in the merch store on grownassdads.com.
I love everything about that. And also, please leave a comment. Let Adam know how wrong he is about his pork steak situation.
Do it.
And I am going to give him $1 because he didn't do what I told him he was going to do, and tell me that I'm right, even though deep in his soul he knows I'm right. But I want to get my $1 back. So you go ahead and put it on there.
I'm making pork steaks this week.
Okay, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to one-up you one more time. I'm going to have an apron, a Grown Ass Dad's apron, and a Grown Ass Dad's cutting board available, engraved wooden cutting board available for purchase on the merch store.
I get first apron.
Maybe we have a pork steak cook-off for the apron.
Oh, yes. Can we do that?
It's not even a competition.
Do you have an oven? We don't have an oven in the studio.
It's not even a competition, but that's fine. We can do that. How many people are coming? And below the age of 75 and above the age of 8. We'll
figure it out. Adam, bring us home.
Guys, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking with us. If you like what you're hearing on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, please leave us a review. If you're watching us on YouTube, please comment, subscribe, give us some love. Let us know what you want to hear about. Please visit grownassdads.com. There's merch there. There's ways to engage into the show there. We love you. We really, really appreciate all the viewers and all of the engagement. We're out.
I love you anyway.
Peace.
You use
Grown Ass Dads.
Nonsense.
Out.